All right, what's up everyone? Welcome to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be going over how to set up Shopify conversion tracking so you can track conversions into some of the main pay-per-click advertising platforms, and you can also track your campaigns into Google Analytics. So tracking is important so you can understand what you're actually getting out of your campaigns. Specifically, if you say, okay, I'm going to spend $100 on Google ads, I'm going to spend $100 on Bing ads, I'm going to spend $100 on Facebook ads, Instagram ads, Pinterest ads, and LinkedIn ads. So those are all the pay-per-click advertising channels we'll be talking about. Let's just say you want to test all of these different channels for your business, for your Shopify website, and you want to spend a certain amount in them. You want to understand the actual impact that your business is getting from your advertising dollars. So that's what this video is really about, is how to set up tracking properly. Now, the other thing it's going to be useful for is with many of the main advertising platforms, you can track for conversions like sales, like every time someone adds something to the cart on your website, and then you can optimize your campaigns based on some of those different conversions that are happening on your website. So I'm going to start here. These are some important video times in the tutorial. If you're just interested in Facebook ads and Instagram ads, or if you're just interested in Pinterest ads, you can fast forward throughout the tutorial. We did put this together with some of the videos that we've already created on our channel. So if you go to our YouTube channel, so I'm going to open it up real quick, and you look at this playlist, you can see we have Shopify conversion tracking for Google ads, Bing ads, Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, LinkedIn ads, and also how to set up enhanced e-commerce tracking in Google Analytics. So this video is essentially a long form of all of these videos. So we've taken all of those videos, we put them in this video so you can understand how to set up conversion tracking for your entire business across every single advertising platform. If you've already watched some of these videos and implemented some of the things we talked about in those videos, then you don't need to rewatch it or anything, but this video will still be helpful because I'm going to go through a little bit more about campaign tracking. So we're going to come over here first, and what we're going to do is we're going to start by going over some of the different ways that you can track your campaigns into Google Analytics and into each advertising platform. So if I come over here and we open up Google Analytics real quick, one thing you can see is I'm just looking at a day's worth of data, so June 25th, and you can see some of the campaigns that we're running on this individual day. So we have a Bing ads campaign right here. This one right here is a Google ads campaign, and this one here right here is a Google shopping campaign. So this is a Google search campaign. This is a Google shopping campaign. You can see the amount of users we got from each campaign, sessions, bounce rate. Most importantly, you can see transactions, revenue, you can see e-commerce conversion rate. So you're able to use all of this data as you're trying to understand which advertising platforms are the best for your business. So the way you find this report is in Google Analytics. You come to acquisition, campaigns, and all campaigns. And once you set up conversion tracking for Google and Bing ads, they will automatically track here. So Bing ads will enable auto tagging in your account. So when you set up your campaign, it will track everything that's happening from that advertising campaign and any of the Bing ads advertising campaigns that you're running. So then if we come over here to Bing ads real quick, so I have my Bing ads campaign screen open here, you can see we're just looking at 1 day's worth of data, and we have our campaign over here to the left. And we can scroll over here and you can see on this day we drove 2 conversions. So the conversions drove $99 in revenue. This is our return on ad spend for the day. This is obviously a really good day considering the spend wasn't really that much and we had $99 in revenue. So you can see how some of these different things will work for your campaign. If you're interested in setting up auto tagging, if you're not sure if it's set up, it will be set up automatically when you set up conversion tracking. So go to that part of the video and you'll be able to learn more about how to see all of your conversions directly into Bing ads. You can also just come up here and go to accounts and billing. And from that accounts and billing screen, you'll be able to just click a little box and that will set up auto tagging as well. But if you set up conversion tracking, it will enable it for you. Now, if we come over here to Google ads, we're going to look at a different day's worth of data. So we're actually looking at July 1st and 2nd. And you can see we have our Google campaign running right here. We have our Google shopping campaign. So this day we spent $66 in Google, $40 on our search campaign, $25 on our shopping campaign, drove 2 total conversions, both tied back to the search campaign. And you can see our cost per conversion, our conversion value, and then the bid strategy that we're using. So you can switch to automated bid strategies once you start setting up conversion tracking and driving conversions for your business. And the main thing I want to show you is if we open up this campaign and we open up the settings page for that campaign, so we opened it up over here, you can see that our goal for the campaign is sales. We're targeting the search network and search partners. Our budget is $20 per day. It's saying get more conversions by increasing your budget. So obviously the higher your budget is, the more data you're going to get in and the easier it is going to be to optimize your campaign. I prefer to keep budgets a little bit lower in the beginning as I get more and more data, because then we can use our bidding strategy right here. So you can see we have our target CPA bidding strategy. So our goal is to keep getting this number as low as possible so we can drive as many conversions as possible within our budget. And right here with conversions, you can see we have a campaign level conversion settings for the conversion action of transactions. So transactions ties right back to Google Analytics, and you can see transactions right here. So that's why you want to set up conversion tracking, because you can actually optimize your campaigns for each individual conversion. And then as you get more data, you can track every campaign here into the all campaigns portion. So to give you a few more examples really quick. So with Facebook advertising, we show you how to set up conversion tracking with Facebook advertising. And you can also track your campaigns. When you're setting up your campaign, you get to the ad screen. So we're in an example here for one of our Facebook advertising tutorials, and you can see website URL. So what you can do is build a URL parameter, and you're going to see website URL. So what we can do is come here and just do, so this is the website that we're working with, zerocompressionbackbrace.com. Campaign source. So what we would do here, you can see Facebook, Instagram, search engine, other source. We could just put Facebook. Campaign medium. So under medium, it's going to say to identify the advertising medium. So you can see banner, email, Facebook feed, Instagram story. So there's a few different options you can use for medium. If you're separating out your Instagram and Facebook campaigns, you can just change the source up here to Facebook or Instagram. If you're just running on something like the Facebook feed or Facebook stories, you can change the medium over here if you'd like to. What I'll usually do in medium for Facebook is just do something like banner. And then under campaign name, so we would have our campaign name. So just coming over to Google Analytics real quick, you can see the way we name things, Bing Zero Compression Back Brace. So this one right here doesn't have any identifier, but I know that it's my Google Ads campaign. And this one's Google Shopping. So what I can do is I can just come over here and campaign name. I could do Facebook Ads Zero Compression Back Brace, and then Surfside PPC. Now campaign content, I generally use this to differentiate the different ad sets that I'm running. So under campaign content, what you can do is use a dynamic parameter of ad set name. You can also do the same thing for campaign name. So let's just say you name your campaign this. All you have to do is come in here and go here and just do campaign name. So then it will just use that name instead, as long as your campaign is named that. Now campaign content, what we can do is come in here and just do ad set name. So let's just say I have one ad set for retargeting. I have one ad set with a lookalike audience. I have one ad set where maybe I'm targeting an email list lookalike. So you can use some of the campaign content and make sure you're differentiating your ad set name, and make sure you're using the campaign name of Facebook Ads Zero Compression Back Brace. And then all we need to do is click on apply. It's going to enter that website URL right here. And then every time someone clicks on that URL, it's going to be able to track it right back in here to Google Analytics. So right in the campaigns, all campaigns under the acquisition tab. Now, the last thing you can do is, let's say you're running a Pinterest advertising campaign. You can actually use what's called the Google URL Builder or the Campaign URL Builder. If you do a quick Google search for Google URL Builder, this is always the top link. Otherwise, you can come directly to this link up here. I will put it in the description for this video, so you're able to find it very easily. And a quick example here is you can see our website URL. We'll just say we're sending traffic to the homepage. Campaign source will be Pinterest. Campaign medium, so we could do CPC. Again, you could do banner, CPC. So maybe back here when we come over, I can do CPC instead of banner. That's really up to you. I don't really use medium field that often. I really focus on the source, the campaign name, the campaign term. So this will see what kind of audiences we're targeting, and then the campaign content. You can look at the specific ad. You can also under content here use this to identify retargeting. So I could just under campaign content just do retargeting here and not worry about campaign term. So then I can understand the types of audiences that are working the best for this campaign. So it's really up to you, but you're able to see all of this data as you come over here into Google Analytics. You can see campaign. If we click on source, you're going to be able to see Bing and Google. If we click on medium, you'll be able to see it's probably all going to be CPC. So if we come into other over here, what we can do is just do content. So under add content, you'll be able to see some of the different keywords that were actually used when people were visiting our website. And so that's the different ways to kind of go through all the data that's happening as people are visiting your website and clicking on your advertisements. So using the Google URL builder, using campaign parameters. So you can build a URL parameter here in Facebook ads. With Bing ads and Google ads, they have auto tagging enabled, so it makes it very easy to track everything that's happening directly into Google Analytics. So that's the importance of tracking all of your campaigns. Now, what I'm going to get to with the rest of the video is how to set up conversion tracking for each individual channel. Again, these are going to be the same videos that are on this playlist right here. So if you've already watched some of them, if you've already implemented some of them, you might just want to make sure that you go through and do Facebook ads, Pinterest ads, Bing ads, Google ads. Make sure you've done all of these things so that when you do run campaigns in each channel, you can make sure that you're getting the most out of each campaign. So we're going to start here with, you want to set up your Google Analytics account. You want to make sure you enable enhanced e-commerce reporting for Shopify in Google Analytics and for your Shopify website. If you don't have a Google Analytics account, it's completely free. All you need to do is create a Google account, go to google.com/analytics, and you can set one up very easily for your website. It takes all of 5 minutes. You're going to get a tracking code, and that will allow you to set up enhanced e-commerce reporting for your Google Analytics and track everything that's happening on your website. How to set up enhanced e-commerce through Google Analytics and Shopify. So the first thing you need to start with is obviously a Google Analytics account. So if you go to analytics.google.com, you can easily set up an account for your website. All you need to do is go through the steps. It's just a quick step-by-step process. You enter your website URL, and once you have your analytics account created, you're going to get an ID from your Google Analytics account that looks something like UA dash and then a string of numbers and then -1 or -2. So you're going to take that and you're going to head over to Shopify. Now, if you're not sure where to find that, what you can do is you can head over to your admin screen in Google Analytics. So you can see admin right here. Enter into your Google Analytics account. So I have my Surfside PPC account open for right now. And what you can do is just click on property settings and you're going to be able to see your tracking ID right here. So it's UA dash, and then you're going to have a string of numbers, and then you're going to have a -1, -2. It depends which number property it is. So you don't need to go to the actual account settings. You need to go to property settings, and that's where you can find it. And then what you want to do is head over to Shopify. So we're going to go over to Shopify now. And then in Shopify, what you want to do is click on Online Store over here down the left-hand side. So you're going to see Sales Channels, and you can click on Online Store and then Preferences. And under Preferences, you want to enter that code right here. So UA dash, enter the entire string of numbers. And you want to make sure you check this right here, Use Enhanced E-commerce. And then you want to scroll to the bottom of the page and click on Save. So that's going to allow you to start tracking all of your website data into Google Analytics. So now the last thing you need to do is if we head back over to Google Analytics here. So now we're back over to our account in our right property. And what we can do is you can see we have admin down here. That's the screen we're on. So you click on admin. Under view, you want to click on e-commerce settings. So when you click on that, it's going to say e-commerce setup. You have to make sure you enable an e-commerce and enable enhanced e-commerce reporting and click on save. So it's really that simple. Create a Google Analytics account, get your ID from your Google Analytics account, head over to Shopify, enter it right there when you go to Online Store and then Preferences. And then in your admin screen of Google Analytics, you can come back here, enable e-commerce, enable enhanced e-commerce reporting, click on save. And then what you can do is when you come to conversions here and you click on e-commerce and you click on overview. So this is going to allow you to get a screen that looks like this. So you're able to see all of your data for the month, for the day. So I just set this up so there's no data coming in yet. So when you set it up, it's going to take a little bit of time. You're going to have to start driving some sales. Once you start driving some sales, even if your website has existing sales, it won't show up here. But once you start driving some sales, you'll see transactions, average order value, e-commerce conversion rate, revenue, and then you can learn a little bit more about marketing, which products are selling, which product categories are selling, which product brands are selling, and then there's even more data down here below. So that's pretty much it. That's how you set up enhanced e-commerce reporting using Google Analytics and Shopify. Okay, so now that you've set up enhanced e-commerce reporting, you have transactions showing in your Google Analytics account. What we can do is I'm going to show you how to import conversions directly into Google Ads so that you can track your campaigns and optimize for transactions in your campaigns. You can also optimize for things like every time someone adds something to their cart. If you're signing up people to your newsletter on your Shopify website, you can also track for that as well. So you can track a lot of different things in your Google Ads account. I'll go into this in more detail as I set up Google Ads campaign tutorials for Shopify. So how you can import really your Shopify transaction data right into Google Ads so that you can optimize for it in your campaigns. So it's an important step you want to take really before you ever get started running any of your campaigns. So when you go into your Google Ads account, one of the things you want to do is come up to tools here in the top corner, and under measurement, you want to click conversions, and you're going to see a screen that looks just like this. And this is where you can import all of your conversions that you're going to be optimizing for. So the way I like to do it is if we come over to Google Analytics first, and one of the main things you're going to see here is transactions. So what we're going to do now is come back over to Google Ads. So we're going to come to Google Ads here. And the next thing you want to do is make sure your Google Ads and Google Analytics accounts are linked. So you're going to come here to Tools, and you're going to Linked Accounts. So when you click on Linked Accounts, you're going to see a page that looks like this. And here you can just click on Google Analytics and click on Details and make sure that your accounts are linked. Now, the other way to do this as well is if you go into Google Analytics and you come back into your admin screen here. So what you can do in Google Analytics is just go here and do Google Ads linking and just make sure that your account is linked right here. So you can do it one way or the other. And it's going to allow your Google Analytics and Google Ads accounts to basically communicate and send data back and forth to each other. So now that you have your accounts linked, you have Google Analytics set up on your Shopify website, what you can do now is import transactions directly into Google Ads. So we're going to come over here to conversion actions. So you're going to go to tools and conversions in your Google Ads account. So that's going to allow you to get to this page. So what you can do now is click on the plus sign. We can come over here to import. So it's going to say import conversions from another system, including Google Analytics. So you obviously need Google Analytics on your Shopify website so that you can record data on your website. And then you obviously need your accounts linked. So we click right here and click on continue. So what it's going to show now is the transaction data right here. So this is our transaction conversion. So we can click on it and we can click on import and continue. So now we've imported one transaction from Google Analytics. So we can click on done now, come over to conversion actions, and what we can do is click on transactions right here, and it's going to have some details. So we can click on edit settings, and what we can say is conversion name transaction, category is going to be purchase sale. So we click on save. Value, it's going to use the value and currency from analytics and use the same currency as in analytics. So we'll click on save. Source is going to be analytics. So since we have our accounts linked, so everything else looks good. All website data, transaction, we're going to count every single conversion. Our conversion window will be 30 days. We want to include it in conversions. And then under attribution model, so I recently did a video about attribution models. You really want to use data driven. If you just really want to count last click conversions, so it gives all the credit to the last click ad, you can do that. You can do linear, so that's going to distribute clicks equally. So if people make multiple clicks before they actually convert on your website, then you can use linear. Or you can use time decay. So that gives more credit to the clicks that happen closer in time to the conversion. So just a few different options when it comes to attribution models. And you can look at your attribution modeling reports if you want more information about this. We also have a video on our channel that will be very helpful about attribution models and reports. So you click on save now, and we can click on done. So now we have our transaction imported into Google Ads. We're using the value and currency from analytics for this transaction. And the last thing we want to do is we want to open up our campaign. Okay, so we've opened up our search campaign here. So you can see if you go into your all campaign screen under Google Ads, you can open up one of your search campaigns, and you can come right into settings here. So under settings, here's kind of the settings I generally use, especially when I'm first getting started. So you can see I have my campaign name. Status right now is paused. I'm still building the campaign. My goal is sales. So my goal for this campaign is to drive sales. So networks, I use Google Search Network and Search Partners. Do not use the Google Display Network for search campaigns. Use that just for display network campaigns. So you can do United States or whatever your locations are, languages, so budget, whatever your budgeting is per day. Bidding, I like to start with a cost per click with the enhanced bidding strategy. And ultimately what I want to do is get to target return on ad spend, particularly for Shopify campaigns. So start and end dates if you want to do that. Now the last thing will be conversions. So ad rotation I keep as optimized, but under conversions, what I want to do is choose conversion actions for this campaign and click on select conversion actions. So what I want to do is use transactions. So that means that my conversion actions for this campaign, it's going to optimize for transactions. I can click on save. And you can use multiple conversions at once. I'll show you how to do that in the future. But this is really where you want to get started. So you're trying to drive transactions with your campaign, and we're going to click on save. So now it's that simple. We're all ready to go. We can start optimizing for transactions in this campaign. Okay, so you have Google Ads conversion tracking set up. The next thing you want to do is set up Bing Ads conversion tracking. I highly recommend running ads on each individual channel, seeing what works best for your business. I've worked with a lot of clients where Bing Ads can actually drive more conversions at a lower cost, whether it's a Shopify website or whether it's any type of website. Bing Ads is really worthwhile to test, and you can import your campaigns directly from Google Ads into Bing Ads. I'll have a tutorial on my channel about that specifically for Shopify, but the next thing I'm going to go over is how to set up Bing Ads conversion tracking for your Shopify website. So how to track Shopify conversions, specifically transactions in your Bing Ads account. Bing Ads was recently renamed to Microsoft Advertising, so it would now be referred to as your Microsoft Advertising account. I still use Bing Ads, Microsoft Advertising. It's the same exact thing. So the first thing you're going to need to do is create a Microsoft Advertising account here. So you can go to ads.microsoft.com, ads.bing.com. If you check out our recent Bing Ads tutorial, we go over how to set up an account and really how to get started with your first campaign. But what we're going to be going over today is how to set up conversion tracking. So you're in your account here. What you need to do first is click on conversion tracking here. So when you click on conversion tracking, it's going to open a page that looks just like this. So conversion tracking, it's going to be for your account. And what you need to do is you create your universal event tracking tag, you add that code to your website, and then you create a conversion goal with Shopify. Now there's a couple other steps with Shopify here, but what you want to do first is come into your universal event tracking tags page. So when you click here, it's going to open up something that looks like this. So we just named this Shopify UET tag, and you can see right here, the tag is active on our website. We have a couple of goals created. Under action, what you want to do is click on view tag here, copy your tag. So we're going to copy it. We're going to come over to Shopify. So you come into Shopify, you go to online store here and themes. So down the left-hand side of your Shopify store, online store and themes. And then what you want to do is click on actions and you want to click on edit code. So now what you want to do is open up your theme.liquid page. So if you click on that, it's automatically open right here, but make sure you open your theme.liquid page and you want to come down. You can see the closing header tag here, and as we scroll all the way to the bottom, you can see the closing body tag. Right above the closing body tag, you want to enter that universal event tracking tag. So here's ours right here. All you need to do is just come right here, go down, copy and paste the tag right there, and then click on save. So it's that simple. You add the universal event tracking tag to your website first, you click on save. Now the next thing you need to do is make sure you add it to the checkout page as well. So when people are checking out, that Bing Ads can continue to track them through the checkout process. So we're going to come over here. We're going to come into our settings. So you're going to come stay in your Shopify store, click on settings down at the bottom left here. And then what you want to do is click on checkout. So under settings and checkout, this is the next thing that you need to do. Okay, so you come to this page, you scroll down and you come all the way down to order processing. So what you want to do is you're going to see additional scripts here. So I'm just going to open this up so you can see it easily. And this is where you're going to enter your additional scripts. So you're going to take your universal event tracking tag, the same one we just added to the theme, and you're going to copy and paste it here. And then the next thing you want to do is take this script and copy it right below your universal event tracking tag. So you can find this script on the Bing Ads page, so how to set up universal event tracking tags using Shopify. This is essentially a video version of this article here. So really how to set everything up. So what you need to do is first paste your universal event tracking tag in that box on the checkout screen. So additional scripts, you enter it right here, and then you come over here and you can copy and paste this script. If you want to exclude taxes and shipping, if you want to include taxes and shipping, then you would copy and paste this script below. I just did exclude for Bing Ads. So what I did is I copied this right here, came over here, pasted it right below it, and then you click on save. And now you have your universal event tracking tag added to Bing Ads. So when you come back over to Bing Ads here, you can see conversion tracking. The first thing is create your universal event tracking tag. We did that. We added the tracking code to our website. So if you come over to your universal event tracking tag page, you can see tag active right here. You can also use the Bing Ads UET tag helper Chrome extension. So we have one right at the top here. You can see UET tag helper. So you could just search that right into Google and you can find the Chrome extension, and that will help you make sure that your tag is active on your page as well. Now, the last thing we want to do is we want to set up conversion tracking goals. So if we come back over to the conversion tracking page here, you can see UET tags. The next thing we want to do is click on conversion goals. So we opened up our conversion goals page here, and you can see we have our complete transaction Shopify conversion goal. It's showing 1 conversion, and it's showing our revenue, and it's showing repeat rate of just 1. So what we want to do is click on that. You can either click on edit, so I can show you what it looks like, or what you want to do is click on create a conversion goal. And the way you're going to set it up is this: destination URL. You can name it whatever you want. So I could just do Shopify sale, Shopify transaction, whatever you really want to name it. Click on next. It's going to say destination URL. Please select a scenario. We're going to do contains. So the webpage URL contains, and we're going to do thank_you. So it's really that simple. You're just going to do it on this account. And then what we're going to do with revenue value is you're going to do conversion action value may vary, for example, by purchase price. So we're going to click on that. And then what you want to do is it's going to say, if no value is assigned, what should the default value be? So this is where one thing you can use is just your average order value. So let's say the average order value on your website is $50. You can just come in here, do $50 US. It's that simple. Count, you can do all. You can choose unique as well. I just generally keep this as all because I want to count anybody who converts and purchases something on the website. Conversion window, so I'll usually increase this a little bit just in case someone does click on an advertisement, they end up not purchasing something for maybe a month or two, and then they go back and purchasing it. I want to make sure I increase that conversion window. This really depends on how long it usually takes for someone to buy a product from you. Now for conversion action value may vary, you just want to make sure you enter the closest average order value to a normal order on your website. You can also change this over time if you find that, let's say, Bing Ads drives $75 sales on average, or if it drives $35 sales. So that's really just up to your website and how much the products cost. So this is just if no value is assigned, but the value should be assigned the way we set up everything. So we'll just keep this as $35 per now, just for the example. It's going to use the universal event tracking tag that we set up. And it's going to say we will turn auto tagging of Microsoft Click ID on as it is required for UET conversion goals. So that's fine. Just click on save. So now you're going to have auto tagging automatically created once you create that conversion. And what that does is it allows you to track your campaigns directly into Google Analytics. So if I come over here to Google Analytics, you can see I go to acquisition, campaigns, all campaigns. So you're opened up in your Google Analytics account. And you can see right here, campaign, Bing, zero compression back brace, Surfside PPC. So 26 users, 24 new users, 26 sessions. It's going to show bounce rate, pages per session, average session duration, e-commerce conversion rate, and now it's showing this transaction here. Now revenue is a little bit different because it's including taxes and shipping, but that's fine. So if I come back over to my campaign screen here, you can see we have the campaign right here. We're looking at yesterday's data. We can scroll over. See 34 clicks it's showing, 1 conversion, revenue $49.95, and return on ad spend of $313 compared to the $15 in spend. So this is how you set up Bing Ads conversion tracking, and then you're able to optimize for conversions over time. As you continue to run your campaign and get more data about it, you want to make sure you're using this enhanced CPC bidding strategy, because that's going to allow Bing Ads to increase or decrease your bids as they know more data about your campaigns because you are tracking for conversions. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to be going over is how to set up Facebook ads conversion tracking and Instagram ads conversion tracking. So the video is really just geared towards Facebook ads, but the same exact process is how you set it up for Instagram ads as well. Because you run all of your Instagram advertisements directly in your Facebook ads manager, the only thing you need to make sure that you do is connect your Instagram account to your business manager so that you can actually run ads for your Instagram account, and conversion tracking is going to be set up the same exact way. You optimize for the same exact conversions in a Facebook ads campaign and an Instagram ads campaign. So once you set this up for Facebook ads, you can use it for all of your Instagram advertising campaigns as well. So I'm going to teach you how to set up conversion tracking for your Shopify website so you can track purchases, when people add products to cart, and really everything that's happening on your Shopify website back into your Facebook advertising account. So in order to get started, you're going to need a business manager account through Facebook. So if you just do a quick Google search, how to create a business manager, it's a really easy step-by-step process. The other thing you're going to need is a Facebook business page, and then you're also going to need a Shopify website. So with all three of those things, that's really what you need to get started. And through your business manager account, you can create an advertising account through Facebook. So all of your ads are going to be ran through Facebook Ads Manager. So that's what we're going to open first. Is we're going to come into Ads Manager here through Facebook, and you can see right here. So this is a sample campaign that was ran in the past, and you can see results right here. One purchase, it's going to show you the cost per result. So this actually shows you why you want to use conversion tracking, because ultimately what you're trying to do is get your cost per purchase as low as possible so you can drive as many purchases as possible on your website. So in order to set up conversion tracking, what you're going to do is you're going to come up to the menu here in the top left corner, you're going to click on it, and you're going to go to pixels and conversions. And what that's going to do is it's going to open up a page that looks like this. So on this page, you're going to be able to see your Facebook pixel if you've created it already. If you haven't created it yet, what you want to do is click on add a new data source. So your page might look a little bit different than this if you haven't set up your Facebook pixel yet, but what you want to do first is click on add a new data source, and you want to create a new Facebook pixel. So that's going to allow you to track everything on your Shopify website. So once you have your Facebook pixel created, what you want to do is come into your Facebook pixel here. So we're going to open up a new screen. So if you click on your existing pixel, or as you're setting up your Facebook pixel, what you're going to see is there's going to be a pixel ID for your Facebook pixel. So what you want to do is you want to copy that ID. So you just copy it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come into Shopify. So you open up your Shopify website, and what you're going to do is you're going to go to online store, and you're going to come down to preferences. So you can go right to your Shopify homepage, click on online store here, and go down to preferences. So that's exactly where you set up your Google Analytics account and your Facebook pixel ID. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your Facebook pixel ID, you're just going to copy and paste it here. So it's a 16-digit ID, and when you set up your Facebook pixel, you'll see it right away. You can also see it directly in your Facebook pixel code. So you just want to take that 16-digit number, copy and paste it here, and click on save. So once you do that, you can come back over to the Facebook pixel screen here. You want to open your pixel, and then under setup here, you want to do set up new events. So with Shopify, they make it very easy to set up events, which you can use when you're using conversion tracking. So we're going to click up set up new events here, and it's going to say add the events you'd like to track. And right here under e-commerce and retail, so you want to click on that from the drop down here. And then what you want to do is under the event name here, so they're going to be able to track different events that happen on your website. You can enable all of these if you want. So view content, you just come here, click on send event parameters, and you just keep it as track event on page load. So we're going to put that up. Now we're going to come down here a little bit. You can make sure you do add to cart. Now the most important thing to do here, so you just click on send event parameters, and that's it. And then we're going to come down a little bit more. The main thing you want to do is purchase. So you can do all of these if you want to, but the main thing you want to do is purchase, send event parameters. And for mine, I didn't even need to set up these conversion value or currency or anything like that. It's sending the actual conversion value every time someone does purchase from my website. Now, if it doesn't send those, you might want to use the actual integration directly with Facebook advertising and Shopify and make sure it's sending those event parameters for you. Otherwise, what you can do is put in a conversion value here. So you can enter a static value here. So let's just say the average order value on your website is $50. You can just enter $50 there. And you can enter your currency as well. So you would just do US dollars if that's the currency on your website. So it's really that simple to set up conversion value as well. And I'll show you why you want to track conversion value as well as the actual purchase itself. Okay, and then we're just going to close this here, and we're going to click on done. Now you can do test event setup, so then you go on different pages on your website to make sure everything is set up properly, but we're going to click on done here. And now what you can see is this is just from today. So this is different events that are being tracked on my website. So you can see page view here, 71 page views, 18 view content, 1 purchase. You can do add to cart. There's been 2 add to carts today. So it's really that simple, and it's going to allow you to track everything that's happening on your website. So you just take that pixel ID, enter it on the preferences screen in your Shopify store, and then when you come over to Ads Manager here, you can see there's 1 purchase here, $94.26 per purchase. That's how much was spent on this campaign. So we scroll over a little bit to the right here. You can see website purchases 1, purchases conversion value $49.95. So it's going to actually pull in the value from what people have purchased on the website. So then you want to make sure that you're getting your cost per result underneath the actual conversion value and really as low as possible, because that's going to maximize your return on ad spend. And the main thing with conversion tracking is when you click on create a new campaign here, you can scroll down, you can click on conversions here. So we'll just go to conversions. So there's other things you might want to do here, but I'm just going to click on continue for right now just to show you the example. So you can see conversions, and then under conversion here, you can see that you can optimize for different conversions happening on your website. So one is add to cart right here. If I click what you can do is just go through the drop down, and then now we're optimizing for purchases. So I'm going to go through this in a little bit more detail in my Facebook ads tutorial for Shopify websites, but you can see right here we're optimizing for purchases now on our website. So anytime there's a purchase, Facebook ads is going to continue to optimize for more purchases happening on our website. And really all we need to do is take that Facebook pixel ID and add it to our Shopify store on the preferences page, click on save, and it's really that simple. Okay, so the next thing will be Pinterest ads conversion tracking. So the Pinterest advertising platform has grown a lot over the last few years, and they keep adding more and more things that you can do with Pinterest advertising. They recently released Pinterest ads conversion campaigns. So that's what you're going to want to run when you're running advertisements for your Shopify website. So I'm going to go over how to set up your Pinterest ads conversion tracking pixel on your website and how to track all the important things that are happening on your website back to your Pinterest advertising campaigns. So basically how to track checkouts on your Shopify website back into your Pinterest advertising account. So I just set it up for this account, so it's showing no conversions yet, but I'll show you how I know it's set up properly, even though I just set it up a couple of days ago. So what you're going to do is you're going to start in your Pinterest ads account. So you want to create a Pinterest business page, and when you create a Pinterest business page, you're going to see an ads account over here. You can just click on overview and you'll see a screen that looks just like this. So the main thing we want to do is we want to click on ads here, and we want to come down to conversions. So when we come to conversions, you're going to see something that looks like this. So this is our conversion screen, and you can see you're going to have to create a Pinterest tag if you don't have one created already. So we have our Pinterest tag created here, and right underneath the tag, you're going to see there's a 13-digit tag ID. It should be 13 digits for you, but it should be just a set of numbers. So eventually we're going to need to copy and paste this tag ID. But for now, what we want to do is we want to open up this page here. So I'll put this URL in the video description, but it's the Shopify and Pinterest tag guide article on the Pinterest help section of their website. So it's a two-step process to basically start tracking checkouts on your website. So the first thing you need to do is copy this base code right here. So they have the base code right here. You copy this entire code. So you're going to copy it. You're going to come over to your Shopify website. And what you want to do is go to online store and go to themes. You want to click on actions up here, and you want to click on edit code. So what that's going to do is it's going to open up a screen that looks like this. So you want to go into your theme.liquid file here. So on your website, your theme.liquid file, and right above the closing head tag here, you want to paste the Pinterest tag. So you can see it starts right here from script type text/JavaScript all the way down to no script. So that's going to be the entire tag here. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back over to our Pinterest ads account. We're going to copy and paste this tag right here. And what you need to do is come back over to the file and just paste it right here. So instead of saying your tag ID right here, you want to enter your unique Pinterest tag ID there. And then you're also going to use it right here as well. So you're just going to have to change it in those two spots and then click on save. So that's the first thing you need to do to get started. So that's going to be able to track everything that's happening on your websites. You can build remarketing audiences using this tag ID. So that's where you want to get started first. So once we do that, we're going to come back over to the Shopify and Pinterest help article. We're going to scroll down a little bit more, and you can see step 2 is the checkout code. So with the checkout code, what we're going to do is copy and paste this code that they have up at the top here. So you just copy the entire code here. And what we do is we're going to come back over to our Shopify website. We're going to come to settings. So we click on settings, and then we click on checkout. So once we do that, it's going to open up a page that looks like this. So you can see right under the order processing part of the checkout page. So what you do is settings, checkout, and then scroll down to order processing on the checkout page. We're going to scroll down here, and you can see we've copied and pasted it right here. So you can see it's the same exact code. So it starts, or this is the bottom of it right here. And then as we scroll to the top, so right here is the top. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come back over to Pinterest ads again. We're going to copy and paste our tag ID one more time, and we're going to come back over to this page. So anywhere where you see your tag ID right here, we're going to get rid of this. So we're just going to get rid of it, and you're going to enter your tag ID. So whatever your tag ID is there, you want to make sure you enter the proper tag ID. So we're going to scroll down a little bit. There's a few different places where you need to change it. So here's another one. So you're just going to replace this right here with your tag ID. And then we're going to keep scrolling down. There's one more, so you replace it right here. Now what that's going to allow you to do is track every checkout that's happening on your Shopify website. So the last thing I'm going to show you is we're going to come back over to Pinterest ads one more time. So again, we're on the conversions page here. And if you click on see history here under event history, so what we're going to do is we're going to open that page here. And what you can see is the events that it's recorded over the last 24 hours. So the base code has had 105 events here. And then checkout, so you can see order quantity, currency, value, and order ID has had 3 events over the last 24 hours. So as we continue to build up more and more data, Pinterest will be able to track these conversions on our website, and we're going to be able to optimize our campaigns for them on Pinterest advertising. So I'll go through a little bit more of that in the future, but this is how to set up Pinterest ads conversion tracking on your Shopify website. Pretty simple. You just take some code, you put it in your header file on your theme.liquid file. And then the next thing you need to do is take the code that they have here and you put it right on your checkout page so that every checkout that happens, Pinterest ads can track it. Okay, so the next thing I want to go over is how to set up LinkedIn ads conversion tracking for your Shopify website. So maybe you're selling business related products on your Shopify website. LinkedIn can be a really good advertising channel for you. So I'm going to show you how you can track sales or anything else that's happening on your website, specifically for your Shopify website, and how to put the LinkedIn advertising conversion pixel onto your website so you can track all the important things that are happening on your website. So how to set up LinkedIn ads conversion tracking on a Shopify website. So what you're going to need to get started is a Shopify website, and you're going to need a LinkedIn advertising account. So the way you can set up a LinkedIn advertising account is first set up a LinkedIn page. And then what you can do is just come right here to linkedin.com/ad-beta/account. Otherwise, just search LinkedIn advertising. You can get started really easily with a LinkedIn advertising account. So once you have your account set up, maybe you want to run LinkedIn ads. Maybe you're selling business type products. Anything related to business can do well on LinkedIn. Obviously, I wouldn't try to sell some consumer type products on LinkedIn. I think you're better off using Google ads or Bing ads or Facebook ads. But what we're going to do is we opened up our LinkedIn campaign manager here. So we have our ad account open. And we're going to come up here to account assets and open up the insight tag page and the conversions page. So those are the 2 pages you need to go to in order to get started with LinkedIn conversion tracking. So if we open up the insight tag page here, you can see right here, we have website tracking, and it's tracking Surfside PPC right now. So it's saying last signal received 20 minutes ago. So if we come to website tracking here, what you want to do is make sure you first create your insight tag if you don't have one already. And then what you can do is click on manage insight tag, click on see tag here, and you're going to either be able to install the tag yourself, send it to a developer, or use Tag Manager. So what we're going to do is install the tag ourselves. So we're going to click here and just copy the tag. And then next, what you need to do is go to your Shopify website. So you're going to have to add this in 2 different places on your Shopify website. So we're going to come over here to Shopify. You can see we have the online store and themes page open. So this will open up what your active theme is right here. So what you want to do is click on actions, and then you want to click on edit code. So the file that you want to edit when you're able to get into it is theme.liquid. So you want to click on the theme.liquid file, and it's going to open up a file that looks something like this, and you want to scroll pretty much all the way to the bottom of it. So at the very bottom, you're going to see this closing body tag. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a little space here, and we're going to put our LinkedIn tag right above that closing body tag and click on save. So that's all we need to do is click on save now, and that's going to add the LinkedIn insight tag to our website. And then the next thing we need to do is we need to come over to settings here. So we're going to open up the settings page, and it's going to look just like this. You want to click on checkout here. And then when you open the checkout page, what you want to do is scroll down to the section that says order processing. So that's where you want to scroll down to is order processing. Right under additional scripts, you want to make sure you paste the insight tag there as well. So that way your Shopify website will be able to track the user all throughout your website. So you can create retargeting audiences through LinkedIn. And then as people go through the checkout process, you'll be able to track everything that they do during the checkout process. So what we're going to do next is we're going to come back over to LinkedIn, and we're going to go to the conversions page. So we're going to come right here, you go to account assets, and you open up the conversions page. So the conversions page is going to look something like this, and it's going to have all the different conversions that you can create. So what we're going to do is click on create a conversion here. And what we're going to do is example, we'll just put purchase complete. So you can name this whatever you want. So however you know that someone is actually purchasing something from your website. So we have purchase complete here. We can go to enter your settings. And what it's going to do is choose a type that best describes the action you want your website visitors to complete. So right here is going to be purchase. So it's going to say estimate how much the conversion is worth to your business to measure return on ad spend. So let's just say, for example, the average order value on your website, and you can use like the last 3 months of data, just take the total value of all your revenue and divide it by the number of transactions on your website. So let's just say a quick and easy example, if you have $10,000 in revenue and 100 transactions, then your individual conversion would be $100. So you can do this however much the average order value is on your website. Maybe it's $50, maybe it's $100. So you just want to set that there. So then you're able to set an actual value on your conversion. So you can put $100 there, and then it's going to say set the window of time after someone clicks or views your ad for a conversion to be counted. So this is really up to you. You can do as long as you want, as short as you want. So clicks and views, we'll do 30 days and 7. We'll just keep it the same settings that they have. So next is going to be select campaigns to track conversions. So you just click on an individual campaign here that you want to track a conversion. So we'll just pretend like we want to track it for this campaign right here. And then the next thing we want to do is define how you would like to track your conversion. So what you would want to do is you're going to say use my site-wide insight tag, and then you can do pages that start with this URL, have URLs that contain the specified text or exact URL. We're going to do contain the specified text, and then all we're going to do is thank you. So the way Shopify works is every time someone hits that thank_you page, so usually it's checkout thank you, any URL that contains that text, so this text right here, that's going to be able to track each individual checkout that happens on our website, and then all we need to do is click on create. So that's going to save the conversion for us, and you can see purchase complete. It's going to say no signal yet. So once we actually start getting some conversions, that should show up properly. Now, the next thing you can do is if you click on create a conversion here, I'm going to do this one much quicker, is let's just say we do add to cart. So we can do enter your settings. It's going to say choose the type that best describes the action. We're going to do add to cart here, how much the conversion is worth to your business. So in the previous example, we said each individual purchase is worth $100. Let's just say every time someone does add something to the cart, so every time someone visits the cart page, and you can find all of this data using some of your Shopify data and using your Google Analytics account. So let's just say you have the same example as before, so $10,000 in revenue, and let's just say you had a total of 200 people that have added things to their cart. So 200 times people have visited the cart page after they added something to their cart. So then the average amount that this conversion will be worth for your business is $50. So now you have a $50 conversion for every time someone adds something to their cart. It's going to say set the window of time someone clicks or views your ads. You can keep it the same exact thing. Select campaigns. Now the main thing is you don't want to track both add to carts and purchases, because if someone adds something to their cart, it's going to give you a $50 in revenue. If someone then purchases it, it's going to give you an additional $100. So what you might want to do is just say, okay, I want to focus on people adding things to their cart. For this individual campaign, we're not going to focus on purchases. We're going to say every time someone adds something to their cart, it's worth $50 for our business. So you just want to focus on really one or the other when it comes to LinkedIn conversion tracking, especially on a Shopify website. So we're going to click on this one. We'll just have it right there. We'd have to get rid of the other conversion because we don't want to track both, because that's going to basically double track things. It's going to track every time someone adds something to the cart and then goes through and purchases it. You're going to be using the site-wide insight tag, and it's going to say pages, and we're going to do URLs that contain the specified text, and all you need to do is just enter cart here. So it's really that simple. Click on create. Okay, so now you can see we have add to cart here, so I had to remove it from that campaign. So really you want to focus on one or the other of these. It might be a little bit easier to get started with that. And then as you see LinkedIn ads sending conversions to your website, so people are starting to purchase things from your website and you can tie it back to your LinkedIn advertising campaigns, maybe you want to start focusing more on purchases. So that's just another strategy that you can use. So this is LinkedIn conversion tracking on your Shopify website. You need to add your code in those two different places. So right above the body tag in the theme.liquid file, and then also on the checkout page in the order processing section. So that way LinkedIn can track everything that's happening on your website. Okay, so that's the importance of setting up campaign tracking and conversion tracking for your Shopify website with all the biggest pay-per-click advertising platforms. You can look at some of these important video times in the tutorial one more time if you want to go through the tutorial and see anything that you missed. So hopefully this all makes sense. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Thanks for watching my video today, and make sure you subscribe to the Surfside PPC YouTube channel. Okay, just a quick disclaimer. So all of these videos are being done on behalf of a client, ZeroCompressionBackbrace.com. So there's certain information I'm not going to show to you in terms of sales data and things like that. Now, if you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section. But because this client has allowed me to create videos using their website and using their advertising accounts, it allows me to release these videos for free rather than giving you a paid course. So if you do need a back brace, go to ZeroCompressionBackbrace.com. Otherwise, keep watching our Shopify videos. Thank you for watching our videos, and now back to it.